All right. There's this theory. I'm wondering how cogent really it is that it's a conspiracy theory. I'm sure you must have read about that. That some within the APC do not want Faleke to get the ticket because of internal power struggles.
Clearly, where you have a party, there are interest groups, there are tendencies, and we should also know there are independent parties that came together to form APC. Now, it's too early in the day to expect all these parties to have, views in terms of values, views in terms of vision. What they have succeeded in doing is fusing in terms of name and emblems. The values and the visions will take time to gel, and within the period of that gelling happening, you will still have tendencies, and even after, because you also have situations where parties that were organically created, you have tendencies. So when he wins, some people, were written in the party will go up, some will go down. If he loses, so I mean that's what politics is all about. So that there are people within the party who felt, oh, maybe he comes from a minority ethnic group in the politics of Kogi State, he should not get it. That should not surprise anybody, because that is part of our political history, where all those prebendal considerations and narrow divides have held us hostage. Rather than looking at his candidature, looking at his character, is he somebody, if he's allowed to contest and win the election, will take Kogi State to the next level. But unfortunately, our politics in this country has not risen to that. Some will go down. If he loses, so I mean that's what politics is all about. So that there are people within the party who felt, oh, maybe he comes from a minority ethnic group in the politics of Kogi State, he should not get it. That should not surprise anybody, because that is part of our political history, where all those prebendal considerations and narrow divides have held us hostage. Rather than looking at his candidature, looking at his character, is he somebody, if he's allowed to contest and win the election, will take Kogi State to the next level. But unfortunately, our politics in this country has not risen to that level. And to the extent that we are still held hostage by all these narrow considerations, we'll continue to have the challenges we're facing in this country.
I'm going to have to ask you when we come back, do you think we can get out of this, like you said, narrow constitutions, and when? I'm going to come back to ask you that. I'll take what I have. Now, let's take a look at the story. Our correspondent, Joke Adesa, well, that will probably come later. It's now time to take a look at what the dailies are saying at a newspaper stand in Abuja. Doshima Abu is our guide. Hello, Doshima. All right, looks like Doshima is not ready for us yet. We will take Jokad as one of our correspondents in Abuja. Let's see what she had to say about this Kogi imbroglio.
It's days after the death of Prince Abubakar Audu, and the storm created by sudden eclipse has yet settled. These party supporters are on a mission to the Lokoja residence of their late leader. They say they aren't happy that the national body is foisting a candidate on them in the aftermath of Audu's death. The protesters describe Yahaya Bello, whose name the party is said to have submitted to INEC as Audu's replacement, as a traitor. They insist Bello worked against the party during November the 21 election in the state.
We have no room for people who work for PDP to come and take the benefit of our fuel.
Party leaders are on hand to listen to the people's grievances. APC leadership in the state dissociates itself from what it calls the purported choice of the national headquarters.
We believe that Falake and the first son of Prince Abubakar Audu, called Muhammad, are properly groomed to wear that shoe.
Our women are crying for justice. There must be justice. Our mandate is Falake and Audu. When a principal dies, the deputy takes over.
Citing several constitutional provisions, the man at the center of it all, James Faleke, gives reasons Bello cannot be the party's candidate.
did Alhaji Yahaya Bello participate fully in all the stages of the election? The answer is capital no. While his participation in the party primary is not in doubt, he did not participate in campaign meetings, neither did he mobilize voters to vote for our party. Instead, we have it on INEC records that he lost not only his polling unit, but his ward. This presupposes that he worked against our party at the elections.
He says that having consulted widely, he has chosen Audu's son, Muhammad, as his deputy.
All shades of opinion have been expressed by Nigerians, and who have offered me various baits. Some have offered me various baits, but I wish to make it abundantly clear that this struggle is not only for Faleke. It is not about Faleke. As a matter of fact, it is beyond me and has become a moral burden on my shoulders to defend, on behalf of the political family of late Prince Abubakar Audu, the interests, views, and visions of our late leader, Prince Abubakar Audu. My brother, Mohammed Audu, the first son of Prince Abubakar Audu, and myself are on the same page on this matter and are both resolved to do what is right by law.
As tongues continue to wag over the lacuna created by the death of Abubakar Audu, Kogites and indeed Nigerians continue to mourn the loss of an illustrious son whom many say was a rare gem. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Lokoja, Kogi State.
All right, that was Joke Adisa. We'll go to Imo. I still have my guest here in the studio. We'll get back to that. But let's go to Imo State to find out what the people there think of the situation in Kogi State.